Yo, welcome back to another video. KINGRORA here. Today's video we're going to be playing the Tandem Mai. Now this is a Russian aircraft from a previous event. I think it was 2018, I can't remember what the event was called, but it was from a previous event, and I think this vehicle has gone down and been forgotten. Hence why it's in this video, but I don't think many people even know that this thing exists. Now, I call this thing the Flying Cucumber for obvious reasons. It looks like a cucumber that's had some wings strapped onto it and an engine put in the front. The rear of the plane does look like a cucumber, as you saw in the thumbnail when you clicked this video. But nonetheless, I've found that it's a pretty decent vehicle as I've been playing this. I've enjoyed my time with this vehicle, and I found it to be a pretty decent vehicle. Now, we'll get more into the specifics and the guns and everything when we get into the battle, but I found it to be a pretty nice vehicle to fly. But all that aside, before we do get into the main video today, I would just like to say that we will be streaming on Twitch on the 4th of September, Friday the 4th of September, and we won't be playing this unfortunately because I don't have this anymore, but we might be playing the all-new Jaguar, which would be nice, and maybe the P47 Razorback, which would be awesome. So we might be playing those two vehicles, so come and watch the stream on the 4th of September, tomorrow. Be awesome. And also we have a Patreon if you want to support the channels, because we've been growing an awful lot and I really appreciate it, and all the support is greatly appreciated. But anyway, let's get straight into today's video with the Tandem Mai, and we'll see how this thing flies. Okay, so here we are in the main game, the Tandem Mai. Now, I think we got down-tiered in this game, but I'm not too sure, I can't really remember rightly. I think we were at RBR, roughly there. But this game ends up pretty good. We used the rear gunner a few times. The rear gunner can come in quite useful actually, considering what this plane is. I've shot a few people down with the rear gunner before. Now I normally take control myself of the rear gunner, and I'm not the best at controlling rear gunners because I don't normally play with aircraft that have them. So my experience with them isn't the best, but you can shoot down stuff with it. It's pretty useful when someone's on your 6 and you're trying to fight someone else, sort of thing. Pretty useful. I think it has the same gun as what's in the wings, and another thing I have noticed with the guns in the wings is I don't know whether it's just me or whether it's the guns, but I have a feeling they have a slightly lower velocity than other 7mm. I'm not too sure, I can't confirm that, but I feel as if playing this thing, I feel as if they have a slightly lower velocity, so you have to aim a bit higher, and you actually see examples of that in this video, where I aim a bit too low. Now, our first target that we attack is actually a Japanese plane, and he actually tries to outmaneuver us. Now, the Japanese planes can outmaneuver this thing. This thing is kind of maneuverable in itself. When it's at kind of the mid-range of its speed, so it's not at its top speed or its lowest speed, when it's kind of in the mid-ranges, it's pretty agile. You don't want to slow down too much in this thing, because then it becomes really heavy to control, and it's also quite heavy at the higher speeds as well. So you kind of want to keep it mid-speed, maybe, 190, 200 miles an hour maybe. Let's be firing off some shots on the rear gunner trying to get this cover. This is the first kill that we get here. He tries to turn downwards towards the ground, and we kind of just, I think we pilot snipe him there, which is a bit unfair. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of pilot snipes. They're more luck than anything, but I mean, I'll take them. It's a kill. Now this, that plane tries to get on our 6, but we try and outspeed him. This plane's actually decently fast for what it is. It can outspeed a few stuff, not the HE100 though. There is a HE100 in this video that tries to kill us, and he catches up really fast, because as you know, the HE100 is super fast. It's like a low tier jet for this BR. But I think someone kills the 100 and we survive that. Now we're flying away here to get some speed, come back in. We're not gonna try and outturn everything. We come back and I think we attack another Japanese plane, or maybe it's the German seaplane. I can't quite remember. I do watch these videos before I record the voiceovers, but sometimes I can't remember in what exact order things happen, so they kind of unfold as I'm recording. But you can see here there's two Japanese planes below us, and the A6, I think it's the A6 float plane, in which we get from the start of the video. Yeah, I think it's here that we get the A6 float plane. We kind of dive in on him, fire a few shots. He tries to outturn us, but because we're kind of in our ideal speed range, we can kind of turn. You can see there he does get away from us, but he kind of stops turning, so we can get back on him and fire some shots off. If he would have kept turning in a circle, we probably wouldn't have got those final shots off to set him on fire and make him hit the ground. Yeah. So if that guy would have kept turning as he was, he probably could have survived that and maybe, you know, even turned around and shot us, but he didn't. We're firing off some few rear gunner shots there. Don't know why, they're really far away, but sometimes I feel as if I can actually hit them. We're going head on with the AR here. At this point, I really didn't want to get hit by his 20s. I think a 7mm of his hit us. Got some damage, but we got that guy. We went head on with that guy and we got that guy. The 7mm on this plane are actually pretty good. I actually really like the 7mm guns on this plane. Like I said, the velocity is a bit can't quite work out whether it's a lower velocity, whether I'm just not very good at aiming them. But the guns on this plane are pretty good. I really enjoyed them. And we try and fire some shots at the HE100 here. We do hit him a few times, but then he kind of forgets about us afterwards and goes for the friendly, and the friendly finally gets him for us. So we don't really have to worry about the HE100 anymore. That friendly should kill him. And he's not on R6. So we're going to come around out here, turn around and go in, you know, for another shot at a kill. Now we've got the 3 kill. This was a 4 kill game. Now we've got the 3 kills. The final kill was the last kill of the game, so we've got a little while to go for that kill yet. Now we do try and fire on some other people, but it doesn't work. And most of their team, there you go. The H100 is now dead, and he's no longer a problem for us. I believe we try and fire at this KI, but we don't get it. But as you've seen from the video so far, the guns on this Russian plane are actually pretty good at taking stuff down. They're almost like, I don't know if I should say it, but they're kind of almost as powerful as 50 cals at this BR. Because they're pretty good. You've got 4 of them, you've got 2 in each wing, so they're wing mounted. You've also got the rear gunner, which is quite helpful sometimes. You get air spawn in this thing, you get like attacker spawn in this thing, which is also nice. The climb rate isn't so good, but that's not too much of a worry because you get air spawn anyway, so you can use some of that speed to climb. The climbing isn't too good. You can climb to bomber altitude and kind of intercept them without too much difficulty, so it's not too bad if you want to intercept bombers in this thing, obviously. But as you see in the video, it's still pretty good at dogfighting and fighting other aircraft, if you know. So you can go bomber hunting, you can fight with this thing. It's an all-round decent aircraft. The only problem is you can't get it anymore. I've looked, you can't get it on the marketplace, and you definitely can't buy it because it's an event vehicle, so unless you have this from the event, I don't think anyone can get this anymore, unfortunately. But if you do have it from the event, if you do own this plane, I would love to know in the comments below, because I've never seen anyone use this thing, ever. Never seen anyone use it. I mean, I even forgot about this thing at some point. It's just so rare at this point. I've never seen anyone use it. Whether that's because not many people got it, or whether because people don't like it, I don't know. But I think this plane's actually pretty good. I kind of like it. If I owned this thing, I think I would play it a lot more. And I kind of wish I did get it in the event now, because it's pretty good. And it's, you know, it's premium as well, so you can use it to grind Russia for the lower BRs. I actually really enjoyed this thing. I think it was awesome. Now it does look like a flying cucumber, okay, but it, you know, the cucumber can turn. It really can. I mean, it's a weird design. It almost has 2 main wings. Like the rear horizontal stabilizer is almost as big as the main wing itself. I'm not really too sure what advantage or disadvantage it gives that. I'm not really too educated on aerodynamics, but I'm not sure if that makes it worse or better. I don't know how that works, but it seems to turn pretty good, so I'll give it that. But it is a very weird looking plane. Maybe that's why people don't use it. Maybe people don't like the look of it. I don't know. But I just, like, even here, we've, you know, as you can see in the X-ray, we've got some damage, like mostly orange, we've got an oil leak and stuff. But we're still flying okay. And we take down this G402 any moment when we get closer to him. This is the last guy of the game, hence why I activated the... I always want to call it Headhunter. It's not Headhunter, it's... I don't know what... I can't remember. Headhunter's from GTA. It's not Headhunter, but it, you know, that word makes sense in this scenario, so we're just going to call it Head... You know what, from now on this channel, I'm calling it Headhunter. That is what I'm calling this. You guys know what order I'm on about. But we activated the order for this guy to see where he was, and you know, it wasn't too far away. Now this guy goes head on, but then he pulls off too early and kind of is like, nah, I'm not going head on with this guy. He fires a few shots, I think. No, actually he doesn't fire any. He kind of just turns upwards, and I don't know what he's doing. He probably should have went head on and used his gunner or something, but he doesn't. And then he just kind of dies like that. So that was the 4-kill game in this thing. I think my average while I played this an awful lot. I played this a lot more than the other Forgotten Friday vehicles I have lined up. This was by far my favourite one out of the next coming series, the next 4 episodes. This was by far my favourite out of the next 4 episodes. I actually really enjoyed it. So if you guys have this thing and don't play it a bit more. I think you guys might enjoy it a bit more. And if not, join the Discord and you can always play with me. I mean, I won't have this anymore, but we can always play Russia and you can always play this thing. I think it's pretty good. I really enjoy it. But that's the Tandem Mai. That was the games in that. I would normally say I hope this steers you towards your decision for getting this thing, but I can't say that now because you can't get this thing anymore. I don't even know if you can sell it on the marketplace. I've never seen any on the marketplace. If some do appear on the marketplace for whatever reason, I think you should pick it up. I really think you should pick it up. It's pretty good. But aside from that, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I don't have my normal exit because you can't get this thing anymore. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this Tandem Mai, the flying cucumber, as I like to call it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.